It said the broadcast is live.
Okay, now it is. Hey, where did Summer go?
I,
Did we lose Summer?
I think we did. What? Yeah, maybe. I think we did. She
Hopefully
probably.
she'll hit the link and come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if not, you can text her and let her know that we're live. So we are live with Cam and Summer, Sakira. I think she's trying to get back in.
Hi.
Hey, she's back. Let me put her in here.
Okay, great.
Hey, hey, lady.
My little stuff up. Let me make sure I cover. Okay, I'm good.
All right,
Mhm.
these beautiful ladies have agreed to come on with me tonight to speak about the world, of course. I
Yeah.
It's
Hello. Are you?
breathing.
Yeah, it's frozen. I think
Yeah,
she has system
you might
issues.
have a little reception. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
We're
Jimmy.
just live though. We're like, hey y'all, y'all can hear us. Hey y'all, what's going on?
Yeah. I think Jada is having system problems today. Um, and I know she is talking about the slap heard around the world today, and that's what we're speaking on, amongst other things. As soon as Jay come back,
Hey, come back.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah. So
Anyway, girl, we don't want to
yeah,
talk
she
about
good.
the topic without her here,
Yeah,
so we're gonna wait for her.
yeah.
But how was your day? Like, what did you do?
Oh, girl, it was relaxing. I started my hair, but I haven't finished it. So
Okay,
forgive the hair because it's definitely not finished. The style check
it's
for.
looking good so far, girl.
Thank you, thank you.
But did you do any meditation today?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
tell me, because you are
I did.
smiling as if,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
you
did my
you,
meditation.
you set the vibrations really, really good today so far.
I did. I try to do that every day, and I have my little incense going and my little ambiance every night or whatever. Get me in the mood. I just gotta get to like when I'm meditating to not fall asleep.
Wow, that means that you're really in a relaxed state.
Yeah. How was your day?
It was really busy at work, but the main thing is to try to quiet the noise. So it's always good. I want to definitely do more meditation. If there's anybody that has advice on that, I always give my advice to my friend Cami on that. But any other information, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't know if anyone's there, but definitely appreciate any input with that. Definitely always remembering God first.
Yeah.
And just trying to quiet the noise in my mind and our minds that happens day to day. Um,
Of course. Yeah.
because earlier today we were talking about being in a creation mode and having to be, what were we talking about? I had said to you, being in a creation mode and not, if you don't have a clear mind about what it is that you want, that I want, or if the person doesn't have a clear mind about what they want, then they're not going to be able to begin to draw those things into their experience. So
Uh-huh.
that resonated a lot with me when we were talking about that earlier,
Yeah.
and making sure I become clear on that and not letting the busy day to day life distract us away from um, what it is that we want to manifest.
Yeah. Manifesting, like we was talking about, is the same, as praying for something, believing and having faith for it to happen. So I'm actually calling.
So yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, my phone broke up.
I was calling
Is she
Jay.
see if she's okay?
Yeah, I know this phone number don't have this phone, of course, don't have everybody's number in it because Okay, I found her. Let me
Yeah,
go.
text her and see if she's okay there.
Yes.
But yeah, I believe that the manifestation is just really faith. And when you ask the Most High for guidance and help, and I know we've talked about this before, I try to get away from thinking it's all me and knowing it's through our Creator that gives us the authority and the ability to be able to do those things.
Exactly.
What did she say? Oh, we can't see her.
I know. Oh, it's okay. And Jay just left me, so I am the only one on live. And you guys, please bear with us. We'll be right there. Yeah, I'm the only one. Okay. No, she just disappeared. Okay. Okay. I am. I'm still alive. I'm still okay. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay. So Jade is doing everything she can to get in right now, people. I'm too entertained, but I'm not much of an entertainer. So I'm going to ask you guys to bear with us. I don't know who's on this live chat right now, but gonna get it popping in just a couple of minutes, okay? All right. So until then, we're definitely gonna play a little song for you guys. Um, I don't know about the music rights. And been able to play somebody else's music on our live. So I don't know. This is the first time I've ever been on here, so I can't do that either. So, let me see. Give me one moment. Don't know where she went either. 469. I wasn't prepared for this. But I was prepared to talk about what Jade had us to talk about. Oh, I had some people back and they disappeared. Um, they're trying to get in. Thank you guys for your patience. Yeah, so what we're gonna talk about. There she go. Okay, can you see me?
I can see you and I can hear you. Can you see and hear me?
I can, and Summer is trying to get back in.
Does she need me to resend her the link or?
Yeah, she said later in, so I don't know.
I don't. Okay, there she is. Let me let her
Okay.
in. Wow, this is bananas. They don't want us to talk about this.
Hey.
I was like, we didn't want to start talking without you about the topic. So we were just like babbling, trying to figure out filler stuff.
That's cool. Let me tell y'all something. They don't want us to talk about this as women, because all of a sudden my computer just died, and then after I scrambled to find my cord, my internet just went berserk. It just said, "Nope, not tonight.
Yeah,
Nope."
not tonight. Not
So,
tonight.
anyways, what I was saying before we was rudely disconnected is that I feel that I am one of 5 people in the whole world who feel that this was some foolery. And it was not about Will protecting Jada's honor. So I'm gonna leave my commentary right there, and you guys just give your opinion of what it is, or what you feel it is.
Okay, so my view on it, when I seen it happen, I totally just thought that, he could took him aside, not in front of everybody, talk to him on it, and not to create a big show about it. However, you never know what someone is going through. You never know what someone's been through. You never know about the conversation that they had before the slap happened, or what kind of pressure that anybody is under right now. Because it's a lot of things out here. A lot of people going through a lot of different stress, pressure. There's just so much going on right now that we as an audience will never know what they're going through. So me seeing it, I seen it as, okay, well, maybe he was really dealing with something, or he could have definitely waited to go off camera and talk to him about it. So that's how I view it. That's my opinion on it.
So
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Sakira. So Cam, to sum up your opinion of what happened, just
Mhm.
is that he was justified, and you feel that he was protecting Jada's honor. And
I don't actually have an opinion on why it happened. I just see it as, my opinion is he could have waited, you know, but I wouldn't understand why he did it, why he had to get on stage and do it. because I couldn't really speak on that. I mean, I can't speak on that. I don't have an opinion about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Sakira, what's your take on it?
Yeah. Well, I don't advocate violence, of course. However, being at the, this is my opinion. I don't know the ins and outs, what these celebrities know about each other and things of that nature. But if again, like going back to what Cammie said, I'm not going to say I support it, but I can say I understand it. I understand being a protector of your woman. We don't know if she cried on his shoulder at night. We don't know if she's been suffering from depression, anxiety. I think that his emotions got the best of him. And to my understanding, he does regret that act. However, I do understand him being a protector and reacting under those circumstances to protect his wife. But however, he is a celebrity and there's a lot of followers in the world. A lot of people follow, the masses, right?
Yeah.
So next thing you know, there'd be a bunch of people going around slapping people, right? I mean,
Exactly.
it's unfortunate that that is the case. Okay, this world is full of what people, they don't have a mind of their own. They follow everyone else. So he had to apologize, and I believe that he did. But I do understand the protector in him wanting to defend his wife. So I wouldn't say I necessarily support what he did, but I do understand it. Yeah, I don't know if that's good enough, but I say I do understand it. And if my man would have done that, I would have been like, dang, babe, okay, thank you so much, but dang, we're gonna have to deal with some mess because of this. But I understand and I appreciate you for protecting, me and my emotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got one neutral so far, and you got one justified. So
Okay, so let me just say this. First of all, Sakira, you're not right or wrong. It's your opinion and your commentary and your views and your thought and your experiences is yours. So that's what a lot of people are like arguing with each other and defriending people and on social media, Facebook. I think we should be allowed to have our opinions about it. What I'm tripping out as far as myself, like I'm in agreement with Kevin Samuels, and I never agree with most of things what he say. I'm in agreement with Stephen A. Smith, and I'm for it because I'm like I'm in agreement with these people that I really usually oppose their views and opinions of things and their commentations of things and the way they have their views on certain issues. So I'm really tripping. That's why I want to do this live because like most of my family and friends, they're pro Will, and yeah, he stood up for Jada. So I want to play the 1 minute 42-second video, I believe it is, but I'm scared because we've been having a lot of technical difficulties and I don't want to lose you ladies again. So we'll just talk about it from, off the hip from what we've seen and what we remember. So the first thing I want to say is people are saying that Will was already laughing at the previous joke when Chris Rock was joking with the couple about the wife winning. If the wife don't win, the husband better not win. He can't win and go home, and hopefully Will Smith will win. And they saying that he wasn't laughing at Chris Rock joke. He was laughing at against Jada. He was laughing at the previous joke. So not true. Look at the video. Chris Rock had finished saying that, Jada, I love you. See you on the next G.I. Jane movie or whatever. He said, Will was crack. He thought that was funny. It was cute. He thought it was funny. Will was laughing his ass off. Then they panned back to Chris. And I believe in that when they went back to Chris, the camera did, that Will kind of caught Jada's energy. Jada grimaced him, cut her eyes, and Will was like, oh, shit. So my thing is, this is just my opinion, people, that Will was not protecting Jada in any form because he thought the shit was funny, cute, and a very good joke. And I did too. I had no idea that Jada was dealing with alopecia. None. I didn't know, but who am I? I'm one person in the whole world. And really quick on that, I really feel in my heart of hearts, Chris Rock didn't know. I believe he did not. He was not making light of her alopecia. Okay. So anyways, going back to the Will catching Jada, grimace, and then I feel he felt, and I could be wrong, but this is my feelings and my opinion, that he thought, oh, I ain't finna go home and deal with this unrest. I'm getting ready to be, it's getting ready to be hell at home. She see me laughing, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, she is dealing with alopecia, and he just called her G.I. Jane, and now she looking at me like, you got the nerve to be sitting up there laughing, MFA. So he got his ass up on stage to protect his peace at home, not hers, because I had Chris Rock said something about her hair, like, yeah, you got the right hairstyle to play G.I. Jane, or something about alopecia, where that alopecia got you for this role you get ready to play with G.I. He didn't make her whole look. She looked beautiful. She looked regal. I didn't know Jada and her children will shave their hair off occasionally. I just thought it was a fashion thing that she was doing. And she do look like she could play a hell of a G.I. Jane. And she looked like that. So I don't feel his joke was malice. I really don't. I don't think it was malice. And I think Will did not initially, you guys are right. He probably have held his wife. And when she cried, when she was losing her hair, and when she realized she was going through this medical condition. So he I'm sure he had to have consoled her up, at some point up until that moment. But in that moment of that joke, none of that was on him. He didn't feel that joke was a malice disrespect to his wife, because he was laughing harder than any damn body. He went back and laughed. He laughed. It was funny. It was a good joke. It was cute. But I feel he caught Jada's energy and was like, oh, I need to write this shit, because this one here, she ain't finna play with me tonight. She's pissed and I need to do something. And I think he's embarrassed about doing that now. I love Jada and Will. I really don't like Chris Rock stand up or his jokes. So it's not a personal thing. I just feel it's a right thing, and it's a moral thing. And at first, when the alopecia thing came out, probably about an hour, 2 hours after this story broke, I'm like, oh, Will's camp trying to save face. She don't have no alopecia. They just trying to say, but unfortunately, she is dealing with that. So as far as that part, what I've said, what do you ladies think about that?
Well, if I'm going to think on it, if I'm going to have an opinion, I think that maybe Jada and Chris Rock have some type of beef, and when he saw her face, he was like, oh, shoot, they already got beef, maybe, or something, it was something, because he kept yelling, keep my wife's name out the MF mouth. So it had to be something deeper. So I'm saying, looking from the outside, looking in, it may have been something deeper than what he had just said at that moment.
Now you're saying that in hindsight, though, now, but everybody is saying he jumped up to defend Jada because Chris Rock disrespected her in her medical condition. So in hindsight, so you really can't be like, it's either one or the other. It's not okay. So now he's thought about the beef that they have. Nope, that's not what was said. They're saying that he stood up to defend her. But I guess what you're saying could be legitimate too, because they are saying something what he said in 2016 against her, which to me was funny. It was funny.
I mean, comedy is comedy.
Comedy is comedy.
Comedy is definitely comedy. But what I don't want us to forget is that I remember years ago, I was doing an event and I had an editor. And I was like, dude, why are you taking so long to edit this video? Right? He said, let me pull you in here and see. Editing, a lot can be done. It showed us on the television Will laughing before he got up. But we don't really know if that's the case. He edited something to make something look like it happened in a sequence that it didn't even happen in. So I'm not saying we'll never really know the gist of it, but I can say I'm a Libra. I don't know if that means anything. I let people, like, when it comes to me, I'm a little bit too lackadaisical when it comes to defending myself, we'll say. But when it comes to my friends or my family, Cammie, you know this, I do not think, and he's not a Libra. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I do not think. I will, honey, you could push me, you can get in my face, you could do all this stuff, and I'll be like, go ahead. But if it's my friend or my family, I might laugh. I may laugh. I mean, I'm not saying I do this now, but we're just talking about maybe the younger me, but not the mature me. I'm saying I may laugh. Well, if it was my daughter, yeah, this me today. But I may laugh and smile and knock the shit out of you. Oh, was I not supposed to curse? I'm sorry.
You say shit.
Okay. I might do that. I might be like, yeah, you're so crazy. say it's my daughter. Girl, you're so big. And you be on the floor. Okay. So, but of course, that's not everything. I'm saying extreme situations like mother, sister, close friend in danger type situations. You know what I mean? So, there is a possibility that he just reacted, and there's no confirmation that the editing is accurate. The media lets us see what they want us to see.
That's
They
true.
can turn somebody into a villain, or they could turn somebody into an angel at will. So all I'm going to say at will, go figure. All I have to say
No
is
pun intended.
at will. All I have to say is, I understand the defending, and especially if you have a wife and you're supposed to be her protector. I'm not saying set out to do it. Like if he would have waited until the event was over, saw him walk out on him, that's premeditated. That's why there's a difference between premeditated and what is the difference? Somebody help me in a court of
Crimes of
law.
passion, in the spur of the
Right,
moment. Yeah.
right. So you get a bigger charge if it's premeditated because you done sat out, you planned it, you figured out how to do it, and you did it. But if it's something where you snap or whatever, sometimes you get a little less of a charge. You still get trouble because there is a difference between reacting and planning to do something. And I think he just reacted. And yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Now there are consequences, and
Yeah.
he should make an apology only because, not because I think he's wrong for defending his wife. It's just that people care too much about following. There's people that don't have their own individuality. They need to follow someone's footsteps in order to feel accomplished in life or important or that they're doing the right thing. And he has to be careful of those people. Just like when the girl killed herself, they were worried it was going to be copycats. Or if there's a serial killer, they're worried about copycats. So he does have to do damage control, but I do understand.
He did it. He did it. He made a public apology.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
that
he
was
did apologize on one of his social media platforms, and he very well should, because I feel that he probably feel really bad about what he did. Again, Summer, you made a great point. They have editing. They have shown us whole refugees of wars that were actors. So yeah, that's another whole talk show. So
Yeah.
that is true. They can't, but
yeah.
apparently, supposedly, this was live. This
Yeah.
was a live show, so it was. I'm not gonna say they didn't have time to edit it, but who knew the narrative would go like I'm saying? So I don't even. That's a valid point, but I
We
think
don't
that's
know.
out there. You're right. We don't know, but again, from what it shows, apparently he laughed. He laughed, and again, I just stand by. I feel that he was saving face for his peace at home as opposed to her honor, because he knew more than any of us what she was dealing with, and he still thought the joke was funny initially. And he went up there. Now, the next thing I want to ask you, ladies, what do you guys think if it was The Rock, if it was LL Cool J, if it was Ice Cube, that has said anything up there? Do you think that I feel he acted like a bully. I feel that he did size Chris Rock up, and he felt dominant over that man, and it was so disrespectful for him to slap another man like that.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this first.
yeah.
Sometimes you know me. A lot of times I laugh and then I think about it and be like, "Hey, that wasn't funny. It's a pun on my wife."
Good point.
Something I had. So it could have caught him off guard. I'm just gonna say.
That is a point. Yeah, it could have caught him off
I'm
guard.
say that because I was just sitting there thinking because I laugh and then it'll be delayed and I think about it like that wasn't even funny. But with anybody else, I mean, The Rock, I think he would have got. I don't know because The Rock is huge.
He wouldn't have did
So
that.
big hands.
Yeah,
So,
he wouldn't have did that.
and
Yeah, yeah. We my household, we were talking about it, where I was like, yeah, if that had been T.I. or 50 Cent or something. I mean, but that's just wise. I mean, you're gonna size. I don't care who you are, you're gonna size up the situation. If it was Denzel Washington, there are hierarchies in the industry. There's levels, and that's a whole nother story. There's Masonic levels that you just
Oh yeah.
you can't do certain things too. There's hierarchy. Jay-Z, oh no, yeah. So there's ways that you will get blackballed if you did certain things. And not only was Will Smith bigger than him, he's bigger than him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
as far as his, what's the word I want to look for? Y'all can help me out. His reach in the industry, his reach.
Mm-hmm.
No. So no, to answer your question, if I thought if it were any of those other celebrities that maybe might be the ones that come back and get him later, yeah, I don't think he would have did it if it was Eminem or one of any of those. Yeah,
Even Cedric the Entertainer, like he's really silly, but he made a commentary yesterday or earlier today. He was doing some stand up or some public appearance, and he made reference to it, and he basically said, "Oh, you wouldn't have slapped me," you know what I mean? Or if you would have, you know. So, what do you guys think about how Chris Rock responded to the
with
disrespect?
grace, with grace. He
Mm.
handled it very well, and I actually admired the way he handled it. I know it stunned him, and he handled it with grace, and he continued with his job. And but I'm going to say this. I don't think he could have handled it any other way because it could have gotten really messy if they two start fighting on the stage. You know what I mean? And who knows what would have happened in Hollywood? I don't know. So he handled it the way he was supposed to. Um, if I were him, the next comedy show I did, I would just act like it was no big deal, accept the apology, and make a joke out of it. Wear my helmet on stage and be like, "Ain't none of y'all slapping me today." Just make fun
Yeah.
of it because he's a
I'm
jokester.
sure he's going to use it to his advantage, but
Yeah,
that's a high road, and I applaud you for understanding that. But it just would have been a brawl on that damn stage, baby.
I know
Because
it,
guess
girl. I
what?
know
I
it
don't give
would.
a good shit. You just like you used to tell your children. Well, I did. You act the fool right here. This is where you're gonna get it right here. Like, and I applaud Chris Rock, but I feel sad for him. I feel because the look in his
Yeah,
eyes, the shock, and then him trying to formulate his emotions and his words. He was all over the teleprompter a little bit. He said, let's award the next documentary. I mean, let's award the next Oscar to the best documentary. He was clearly stumped and stunned and embarrassed. I feel sorry for him as a man. He had to go home to his family. Everybody talking about Will's family, and I'm not saying one family is bigger or better than the other, but he has a family as well. He has friends as well. He has people that love him, and that was. I think I'm so geared toward feeling more sympathy for him or empathy for Chris Rock because I truly, and I could be wrong, I truly feel that it was not malice. I truly feel this man did not know about her alopecia.
I would have to say to you
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't think that it was malice. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was one or two things. I thought, hey, everybody understands I'm a comedian and I'm just doing my job. It could have been that, or it
Mm-hmm.
could have been he just really didn't know, right? It could have been one or the other.
Yeah.
That's why I go back to saying, I understand. I do kind of understand both sides, but I do understand Will's um, first reaction to protect. However, it is a good thing that he did apologize.
It
It,
is.
it was not the right thing to do, but I understand how that can happen. I understand how you could just snap and be like, oh, snap, what did I done? Happens every day. Just turn on these little YouTube shows and you see people snapping, but there are consequences when you don't think first.
Well, I think the way he handled I mean, like anybody else, it was a shocker. But I think he did it that way and it caught him off guard because I believe he was angry. I truly believe he was angry. And a lot of people know how to control themselves because I feel like afterwards he probably had some words for him off camera. So it's a difference between people who react to something against people who, receive things and know how to calm themselves down and then react later. So I think the look on his face was, no, this nigga didn't. I'm sorry, said that on camera. But he was
That's
like, no,
okay.
he didn't. No, this dude didn't just slap me. Because if you look at it, like, again, like in slow motion, he had this look like, and he knew his audience. He was in front of the audience. He's hosting it. I don't think he would have fought I mean, you know.
Well, you don't have to think that he showed that he wouldn't have fought because he didn't fight.
Me, like you said, it would have been a fight on the stage. Me, I mean, you know, like I mean, I just think like this dude just came up and slapped me. Okay, I'm gonna keep my composure, and then I'm gonna wait and have words from off stage. You know, so I think he handled it.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know this for a fact. I mean, but I'm just saying I do a little research here and there, and if anybody can enlighten me further, I'd appreciate it. But I know in the industry that there are, and I'm not saying Will is or Chris Rock, but there are a lot of high-level Masons in the industry. Okay. And you can't even get certain things accomplished, but there are levels. Okay. And once you get to a certain level, a superstar ism, if you will, your level, in most cases, I'm not saying will, but in most cases, you're really high up there. It's like CEO versus regular versus manager versus supervisor, like that. So, you know, I'm sure, and I feel bad for Chris Rock, because even if he wanted to jump on him, there's ramifications that we may not understand as average people, industry-wise, career-wise. You know, can you imagine what was going through his head at this time? Like, okay, do I leap or do I think? I think he chose the right decision to think it through. And again, we'll give him the apology. Hopefully that's enough to make him feel vindicated. And, you know, he seems to have a lot of class, so it seems like it will.
What do you guys think about after Will looked at Jada and realized that she didn't think the shit was funny, and he thought, oh, I need to do something. Let me walk up on this stage and slap this person. Do you think some of that pressure on him to react and do something physical like that and really commit a crime, whether he's a Mason or not, and like you say, there are levels to that stuff. I know some people, and some of them are untouchable. I know somebody that's kind of high up, like I don't even know their business like that because they can't tell it to regular members of society. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't want to know it. But right, I don't want to know it. But what was my point? Okay, so all that pressure on him, like Jada Will has been in the public scrutiny like really bad for the last year with her entanglement, and like again going back to just Chris rocking my arms. Oh baby, I'm sorry that happened to you. If he wanted to attack Jada, he could have used all kind of malice and nasty and hateful things to say about her. He used her appearance, and she looked beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He used that to say she could be the next G.I. Jane, which was a beautiful, funny ass joke. And why couldn't he just giving him the benefit of the doubt that he did not know about her alopecia? She can be casted as a hoe because of her look, because she's a beautiful girl. And her main role was not to play a hoe, but that was part of her character and set it off. You know, she was a hoe in there. She sold ass to get money to pay for her brother's college. And that was her role. And I'm sure she got that particular role out of the 4 girls because of her looks. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of a double standard. You can't reference her look to play a role, but then she can get casted to play a role as a hoe because of her looks.
Right. So are you saying, like, again, going back to what you said earlier, he wasn't really fired up till he saw her. Right.
Yeah. And thank you for saying that, because I missed another point. He wasn't. Okay. And so walking, it was so much, I just feel it was so much mental and emotional pressure on him. Like, you know, the rumors that, well, Jada Pinkett supposedly has said kind of in a roundabout way at her red table talk, how Will did not satisfy her physically in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Yeah, she put that out there on it. Did you hear that, Kim?
I heard that, yeah.
She put that out in public again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In public against him. So he has a lot on him. Then your wife, even though they both admitted to being in an open marriage, but her entanglement was more publicized than his. Like there were some things that, you know, been said about him and women that he's taken on family trips with them that was in the background in the picture, and she'll have her hotel room down the hall, whatever. So, you know, I'm not just saying Jada because Will partook in that as well, but that was their understanding. And I do think they got a bond that's unbreakable. I think Will and Jada got they they share souls almost. So
Yeah.
I understand their love and adoration for each other, but I still think there was just some extra pressure on Will because I feel that he was getting beat up more in the public eye for things involving regarding his wife. And even though he laughed in the initial moment of the joke after he caught her energy, I feel just all of that just came out.
Yeah.
I agree, and I was gonna say, and speaking more about feeling her energy when he saw her and snapped into gear. That's not. I'm not. We can get off of Will. Well, we don't want to get off of Will because that's your podcast. It's about Will.
No, we
But
can get up him.
what I was gonna say is when the queen is displeased. Okay, it's this movie on Netflix. I wish I could think of the name of it. I can't remember it. Tell me, do y'all watch Netflix? This
Yes.
movie is off the hook. The man who was the king and he had to give up his son, and like his kingdom was being taken over. I don't know if I don't think it was Dracula. It was one of those things. Um, anyway, I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna let y'all know. But he was about to surrender because his whole kingdom was gonna come tumbling down. And when his wife let him know that basically you ain't doing it right, you ain't protecting me. You're not protecting me. You're letting this happen. I mean, in so many words. He found the courage and he went from agreeable to killing a whole bunch of people. So what I'm trying to say is us women, when it comes to our kings in our household, even though a lot of times men try to act like they running stuff, they scared to death of the woman. And you're right. They don't want that. They don't want that drama. They don't want that negative energy. They don't want you looking down on them as less than a man. They don't want you to feel displeased with them in that regard. They may not be perfect in other areas, but the last thing they want is an issue with the queen from an outside influence. Now, if it's, they'll take it if it's them, but from an outsider. So I think that you're right. He may have looked and said, "Oh shoot, I gotta do something about this," and got angry. Like that, there's a possibility of that as well. But that's that's how the queen affects the kingdom. That's how you were affected. That's why you had. I know you probably been in situations, both of y'all, where you show your man you're displeased with something. He'll become a pit bull. But if he don't want to wash the dishes and do nothing, you're supposed to be understandable and ain't no big deal. But let somebody from the outside try to break that or make you feel uncomfortable. They ready to defend. But yeah, so it's not just with them. I think it happens with a lot of men that are alphas. Yeah. Not the babies.
I know that he, like, after her video, because she did the video before the Oscars, was it? I don't watch much TV. And she was talking about how it affected her and it was affecting Will. And Will talked about the pressure, the stress, of her having that autoimmune disease, alopecia. And it caused a lot of stress, because she was upset about it and sad about it. So I think that had a lot to do with the slap. I'm not giving him no excuse because with every action, there's a reaction. Whatever happens, I know Chris Rock is not pressing charges, but he may get some backlash from the Oscars, and especially with receiving that award. So.
Yeah, that's another. Keep that point about the award, and then Sakura, you made a point, which is a good talking point. I was going to ask you, ladies, like I really feel that our men should protect us. Like they are the head of our homes, or they are the heads. We are the neck, though. I feel the neck is very imperative to the whole structure of the relationship of the home, because without the neck, the head will roll all around, wouldn't know what to do, would be all over the place. So we definitely hold up the head. But in that, we have a responsibility. We cannot demand or make our men feel that they need to protect us willy-nilly. It's like pick your fights, like everything. We don't
Right.
need to put our men, our home, our children, ourselves in jeopardy of losing their freedom, losing their life, or taking someone else's life. Because you have some women out here, not saying you beautiful ladies, but you have some women out here be out with their man or walk to the bathroom, and you put on that outfit so you can look good in them heels, you did your hair and makeup, and a man was like, hey baby, how you doing? And you tell them, you know, I got somebody, or I'm married, and you go back to the bar or to your table with your man or your husband, like, baby, that guy tried to talk to me. He gonna
Yeah,
sit
definitely.
grab my hand. Like, you want to incite your man to do something. That's wrong on so many levels.
Right.
So you know, not saying that that's what Jada did, or but again, she gave him that energy, and I feel he just picked it up like, oh, she gonna read my ass the riot act when I get home. I'm over here laughing at this shit, and she know that I know what she's going through, even if
Yeah.
nobody else knew. She know I know what this means to her. And that joke, damn, that joke, that is, maybe he is talking about her hair. Let me get up here and go pimp slap his ass. So again, I just want us to be mindful of, I'm not saying don't protect us, you know, when it's necessary. When it's necessary. Again,
Right.
Chris Rock said something about the entanglement, about August Alsina, about anything that I thought he was giving her a compliment. Like, I really did not know she had alopecia. So when I thought he was giving her a compliment initially, my ex-husband, he finally let me start working. I'm gonna try to tell this story really quick. He let me started working again. Our youngest was about 3 years old. So I was working in this ER part-time nights because he worked days, and we had, you know, we were raising the children and somebody needed to be home with them in the daytime. So he allowed me to get this job. I was there about a month, finished training. So the protocol was, if somebody called in on the next shift, you're mandated to stay. It alternates whose turn it is. I clocked in at 11 o'clock. At 11:03, this bully, she was truly a bully because she had been at this hospital since the first break. She was like, you're mandated to stay 4 hours tomorrow. You can't leave till 11. I'm like, good evening. Hi. I mean, what's going on? You didn't even say hello to me or nothing. Like, cause you the lead, not even the supervisor, the manager, but you the shift lead, and you want to pull rank, and you've been eyeing me sideways this whole month, and you finally got a chance to pull rank. You know, did you see if anyone wanted to come in to work overtime? You just gonna tell me? I said, well, no, I'm not staying. So she just went on, and before I knew it, my husband, he would always call to make sure I got to work safely. So probably about 2 or 3 minutes after that, he calls the desk phone to see if I'm on 10, and before I knew it, he was there, because and I didn't ask him to come. I didn't really know I'm just venting to him like, yeah, she just did it, and they haven't even called him. And I was like crying mad. I was pissed. Next thing I know, probably 20 minutes later, my husband was up there in that ER, and he didn't slap nobody, but he hit that desk so hard. he went hard. He went off. And when I look back on that, I incited him not knowingly. You see what I'm saying? Because I was so upset, and I just say, you need to come up here and check them and do something. Because she was a big broly. She was mean. I don't even know if she was a woman. I would have had
Girl,
I would have walked straight out still.
Yeah. So again, I just want us women to stand on that and look for a strong king to be a protector and give us security. But again, don't take advantage of that and put him in a situation that, you know, it wouldn't be favorable for the family in the end unnecessarily. Yeah.
Definitely not. No, totally agreed. What the analogy I was just making was that, you know, you can incite them, yeah, but sometimes you just have those out. Sometimes you just, of course, it's irrational what he did, but I do understand his protection and jumping in there. And maybe I understand it a little better because I have a friend that's suffering from that personally. And it's hard for me because I like seeing, without getting too much into it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person, beautiful woman. And just knowing that, you know, she's going through that embarrassment and being sensitive, can't go swimming without certain things on your head and different things. I mean, and when you go from having a life of normalcy into it changing, then it definitely it's very, very hurtful. And so again, I don't think Chris Rock did it on purpose. And I think that he just reacted without thinking. Going back to editing, I don't know. It could be, it couldn't be, but I spent so much time in the editing room. I could make it look like you stuck your middle finger up to Cammy when really you stuck your middle finger up to the postman and laugh, and it'll run and it won't be no interruption, just like that. It'll just be just as smooth, and you'll be like, no, she didn't stick her finger up at Cammy when it was really the postman, and you was facing a whole nother direction. So we never really do know, but yeah, I wish them well.
Yeah. Were you guys
they cute?
Oh no.
No, you know what? Let me just give this disclaimer. Every time I do a video and I have these glasses, people's like, "Oh, you thought you was cute? You gonna put on your sunshades?" These
that's right. You put on your sunshades. No. I'm about to go put on my regular glasses that I use at work to see the computer. They not that cute, but you don't know. Y'all are a blur because I use it for the computer. So y'all are a blur. And I just girl, these are my little work glasses.
These are blue blockers. They are to protect your eyes from this artificial blue light. There's giving us all kind of issues with our health. So I put in the link actually in the description for a pair of these. You can get these at soionic.com. Yeah, they are to protect your eyes from artificial blue light. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. These just have that, they sell them at the glasses store, and you can.
You good and you still cute.
I am. Oh, girl, that's
Oh yeah. But Kim, I want to go back to what you were saying about the awards. Do you guys think that he should be stripped of his Oscar?
No.
No. Well, I don't think he should with the apology, but I feel like they're going to do it to just make a point.
You think so?
I hope not. But he needs to. What I would like to see for the whole world of people that are just easily influenced. We'll talk about those people. They need to see him apologize to Will, and hopefully Chris Rock accept, and they do the homeboy hug, and Chris be the big guy. I say I understand. That's what the world needs to see. The followers in the world. Will that be good enough for the Oscars? I hope so, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make a lesson out of it. And to be honest with you, if they strip him of the Oscars, I really don't think that Will Smith will care about that more than he does about people understanding that he's truly sorry. I think he would definitely give that up because he's had enough awards in his life to where he feels like he probably deserved that. And I don't think he really stunts little things. I mean, when you've been in the business for so long, a trophy on a mantle, who gives a damn? At the end of the day, but now what will affect him is if he did not say the Oscars said apologize and he did not, and some of those higher powers that be like, oh, nobody hire him for a movie for the next 5 years. That would affect him. So I think if he did or didn't want to apologize, he was going to have to.
Yeah, I totally don't agree with what he did. I think he picked a bully move. I don't think it was about protecting Jada's honor. I think it was about protecting his peace at home. And I still don't think his Oscar should be stripped from him, though.
No.
Because he did earn that. He earned it.
Yeah, I don't think he should be stripped, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did it to try to make a point out of it. But if they did take it from him, he ain't gonna lose no sleep. How much is that man worth? 400 million? I don't know, but I'm sure he'll go right in his mansion and jump in the pool and be all right. And he needs to invite Chris Rock over for a drink, and they need to get him a nice meal made by their personal chef. Yes, they do.
It's okay. He'll be on Red Table Talk.
He will.
I thought that too.
They'll be talking, having a one-on-one.
I thought that. Yeah, but moving forward, do y'all think Jada have to be really careful with her commentary on Red Table Talk and not be too like? Do you think she's gonna have to really walk on glass or eggshells now?
I don't think.
You know what I mean? you think she can just be open and just honest and give her opinion and talk about different situations of different people's lives now?
She
I
just
think she
got
was.
get her man in check and say, "Listen, don't be doing that. Like, people can't handle that. Calm down. I appreciate what you did, but you shouldn't have did that. But yeah, I don't think she should change. I think she should stick to be to thine own self. Be true. Yeah.
I don't think she will change. I think it. I know she probably had calmed down on her sex life. Just being out there and not being her
Oh,
phone.
that part. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
it was hard.
So you talking about the telling her husband's business and stuff part?
All of it. Well,
See,
especially
what I'm talking about.
that, because I
Yeah.
don't care how open their relationship is, how open their marriage is, how he gave August Alsina permission to date Jaden's friend, her son's friend. Um, Still, as a man, that affects him because this is all public and people are looking at him like, dog.
She hardcore. Jada hardcore with it. She
Yeah,
is. That is. You're
But
right. I
she's
heard about
hardcore with it.
that. Yeah,
they broke up. They had broke up for a moment.
but
Yeah,
to say that your husband doesn't sexually satisfy you and let the whole world know, I didn't know about that. And if she did do that, that's a little bit under the belt. And I don't care how true it is. That's some things are best kept within the
yes.
household.
Yeah, me and my ex-husband have been divorced 11 years now, and there are some things I still wouldn't say. Like I wouldn't. Yeah,
Not
but
on a public platform. You might tell
especially
your
on a
best
public
friend.
platform, especially. Yeah. But not just that, but anything. Her commentating on, she has really made that brand hot. Red Table Talk is a really good brand, and I applaud her for that. But
Yeah.
just moving forward, like, can she just be open and give her opinion because, like I say, Chris, I feel again did not do anything maliciously, not intentional. I guess if you look at it, it is malicious because the attack got to do with her short hair, or the joke was her short hair and her short hair is because of a medical condition. So in that watered down bad joke, I just think you gotta, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You can't just keep the same energy now and just be all willy-nilly talking about everybody else's business and stuff. And you want to sit there and roll your eyes and give your husband this energy where he gonna get up on national TV or worldwide TV and make a damn fool of himself, because that's what he did. He made a fool of himself.
I need a little bit more time to process that. Not what you're saying, but whether I feel like he made a fool of himself or not. But I am going to say, and it just jumped in my head, we got to understand this social media stuff and this YouTube. Next thing you know, how would I believe? I'm gonna talk about what I would be thinking. In my mind, I would be thinking, Chris Rock said the joke. Everybody is going to be making jokes about it now. You know how you see something happen and then it's like a million people that's adding it and it's the compound effect. And on top, like, if I let this ride, the whole world is going to be calling her G.I. Jane. Like, at this point, like, no, it's not okay. So I'm not saying it's unfortunate that it had to happen, but if he had not done that, I really think that might have been her new nickname. Seriously.
You know what? With all due respect, that's a great point, but I think it's just the opposite. I think him doing that he just kept laughing. The show, I don't think it would have been as big as it is with him calling her, saying that she can play the next G.I. Jane. I think what he did is gonna make the jokes pop and be. Had he not did this, it would have been, people would have forgot about that. Like, who knew the Oscars was on? Who knew the Oscars was on? Raise your hand if you knew the Oscars was on and you was watching it. Nobody I know, they didn't even know the damn Oscars was still going on or even in existence since 2 years ago until the slap.
I know the slap overshadowed the joke. The slap definitely overshadowed the joke. So now all the media is about the slap, and you're right, it might have blew over. But there's a possibility it might not have. But if it was
never know.
It's not a bad joke. You can play the next G.I. Jane. Okay. I mean,
I don't take it personal, but I don't suffer from what you suffer from either, because
but security, this have brought light into people who are suffering from alopecia, because it's people that I know that I didn't know. Like I found out in the last 18, 19, 20 hours that they are suffering from alopecia. Kim and I have a mutual friend. I didn't know she was suffering from that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you, Kim? I had no idea. No idea. And there's some more people that it has come up with that I know. I'm like, oh wow. So I'm not making light of this situation. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. You know, I do suffer from something else called fat assness, and
Well,
like
girl,
like for real, like that's hard for me.
that's not no problem. That's
I know it's something I can do something about. Push my ass back from the table and
But
keep
girl,
working.
you look
Right,
fine, girl.
right.
You look
Cures for
good.
everything out here, so everything has a natural cure. And but being fat ass,
Ness.
that's a good
I don't think men
thing.
have an issue with
That's
that.
a good thing because I love to eat. And you know,
Men have an issue with that at all. I don't think I've heard a man yet, at least an African American man, saying, I don't like her. She has a fat ass. I mean, where have you heard that?
No, not just the ass fat, everything fat, girl. But yeah, no. Just getting off the topic a little bit. I think to each his or her own. You have people that prefer it or don't mind it, and you have some people they like, oh hell no, they just don't want it, and that's cool because I don't want every man that I run across either. Like,
hello. I mean,
so everybody had their preference. It's all good.
like now, I love my body, and I have a fupa, and I'm loving
Where
it.
you get a fupa? You don't have no fupa.
Girl, I've been, going through what I went through. I've been
Okay.
eating and loving food, and loving my ice cream, loving my food.
Girl, I got some ice cream sandwiches right in the fridge. I cannot wait.
You know,
I was thinking about getting one while y'all talking and just eating it, but I ain't gonna be like that.
when you get
Good for you.
age, when you get a certain
I
age,
ate my ice cream sandwich.
you know,
Don't
you
play
get,
with me, because my little throat hurt because I got a cold. Let me get my little ice cream sandwich. I'll be back.
when you get a certain age, you get a little weight, and then I'm just now, since I got back, been back, 2 months, so I'm just now getting into the swing of things where I'm about to start working out. But yeah, girl, I'm loving all this.
Yeah, remember you had me doing those cycling classes? Oh my
yeah.
God. I wish I would have kept doing that class. I would be a skinny mini.
Well, you could start back doing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do things. I just need to
Yeah,
be
but you looking
consistent.
good. You don't look fat. You look good.
I'm a fat assness. But yeah, lady. So now that we got this Will Smith slap thing out the way, I see I didn't change you guys' mind, which is good, and you didn't change mine either. You did give me some type of different perspective, but I still hold true to he did not say anything maliciously, intentionally, and Will Smith was out of line for the way he reacted, and he was not protecting Jada's honor. He was protecting his peace when he went home. So
Peace is important.
yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I got one tattoo at 47 years old, and it's on my thigh, and it says "Peace and Tranquility." It's huge on my butt and my thigh. So you're right. Peace is not compromisable. Is priceless.
Yeah. It is definitely priceless because I'm dealing with my peace right now.
Oh, girl, you look so happy now that you have peace.
Hey y'all, we got somebody on here with us finally. Everybody say hi to Amp.
Hi.
Can y'all see the comments?
I cannot. No.
No.
Maybe
Oh, wait, let's talk about. Oh, no, I don't see it.
You'll be able to see it on the replay. I don't know why. I have to learn StreamYard.
You have to click chat, but I seen it. Hey, Amp. Thank you.
Oh, you see it? Okay. How you see it if I didn't click chat, Kim?
Okay, because at the bottom of the screen you see chat, and you just click on chat.
Oh.
You hit comments.
I'm scared to click on chat because the last time.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I clicked on that and I responded to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Haven't seen you broadcasting in forever. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything is good. Check out a broadcast I did with a descendant of the Tulsa race riots in 1921. I did that, and you're right. I haven't been on lately. I said I'm gonna get back on and get active because I love kicking it and talking and doing these things. But I've been waiting on you to do some more videos about Kanika. So I've been following you doing those cases. I haven't seen those in like a year. But anyways, ladies, what else do y'all want to kick it about? I think we have agreed to disagree pretty much in sisterly love that 2 against 1 that Will was justified and he was defending Jada and Chris Rock was wrong.
So we got one for Real, one for Chris, and then me. I'm neutral.
Oh, you're neutral.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion about either or.
Well, I feel so bad. It's like,
I'm
do
like,
no, I feel like I understand what he did. I don't think he's justified. I don't think it was the right thing to do, but I do understand the instinct to protect and not thinking first. But there are consequences for that, right?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, hopefully their consequences are not too great, but what you put out, you get back, right? So
That's
what
true.
you give to the universe, you get it back to you. So we're gonna have to let the Most High just figure out what happens next.
Yeah. Hopefully, he won't get anything back. I don't wish any ill on him. I really feel when he was crying when he accepted that award and he apologized. At that moment, he did not apologize to Chris Rock. He did apologize to the people in attendance, to the Academy itself, to his family, to the Williams family. He did that type of apology, and I believe it was sincere, and I believe his tears was real. I don't know what else to say. I still don't agree.
Your earring is stuck in the thing. Your earring is stuck in the.
Thank you.
Yeah, pull it down.
Thank you. Yeah. So, ladies, this was good. Is it anything y'all want to talk about or shout anything out, or we can do this again on other things?
We
like
definitely
seriously.
Mental health and narcissism.
Oh yeah.
Supposed to attack that. Remember.
Good. Let's do one specifically for that because we've already been on here an hour and we'll lose people sometimes if we stay on too long.
Yeah.
But I would love to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So mental illness and narcissist, is that the same person or two separate entities?
It's same thing because narcissism is a mental illness.
So, okay.
Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental illness.
Yeah, it's real ICD-9 and CPT codes diagnosis for narcissism.
You're a coder, Secure?
I used to be.
Nice.
I did for like maybe 3 years, but it is a code, and you could, if someone Googled that up, it'll come up for medical billing code.
Okay. All right, Kim, it's a date. We can talk about when you ladies want to set it up. Kim, this was your topic of suggestion, so you will be the facilitator of that.
Oh, okay. That's cool. You know me. I'm sorry. Did she? Oh, she did. I was
cool.
Like, you was frozen.
Yes. All right, ladies.
Thank you for having me. I had a good time with y'all. I feel like we're all kind of like just chilling at your house. All we need, you know what? Next time, can we have a glass of wine with this?
Yeah, I was just, yeah. If we have a glass of wine, by the time the broadcast ends, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna try to hang.
Yeah, we'll all have our little glasses because I want to feel like we're all in the same room. Y'all are fun.
And just kicking it, absolutely, and kicking life. And hopefully, as we can do this, more often, and we can get some people to partake, and hopefully we can make a difference if it's one person. Cause that I was married to a narcissist. We ain't gonna get on my ex-husband, but I didn't know it at the time. But that'll be, we can discuss it.
Okay. Exactly. I think we've all had our share of narcissism with people, bipolarism, all that. Oh Lord. So that'll be interesting. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Very interesting. Yeah. All right. And let's try to have some resources for people for not even the narcissist or the person dealing with the mental illness, but their loved ones around them.
Oh yeah, because the people who go through it, who married to narcissistic people, they experience trauma and
Absolutely.
different things. So they actually need to heal or talk to somebody to get over the trauma that they went through. You know.
Okay.
And and if one day you guys want to do something about the power of words, because Cammie, you and I talked about that today. I'm still learning and growing in that area. I would like one day for us to do something like that and be able to pour into each other in that department, the power of words and how we bring things into our lives. And I'm learning, and I wish that I've known that when I was much younger. Yeah.
Yeah, I was told that I would hear, you watch what you say. And my mom used to always say, I was like, man, you killing me. Don't say that. She just right now today, you cannot say that around her. And I have really stopped saying it. I only said that just now, just for the example of saying it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't understand her. Like, what are you talking about? It's just a saying. I'm just saying. And words is power.
It's spells. Yeah, I'll tell her every word is spells.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Mama was wise, girl. Mama was wise. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
All right, honey bunnies. So we'll talk in the next day or two and set up another appointment. Maybe not as late.
You know what? It was me. It was my fault.
No, you was getting beautiful.
But I didn't even finish. So.
It looks finished. It looks good.
Girl.
The internet don't need to know your business back there. We see you right here.
Girl,
I'll
be in my pajamas next time. I don't know. No, just kidding.
That's right. With your wine. With your wine. That's okay.
With my wine, like yeah, exactly. Chilling.
I got on my PJs. I'm good. I got on my one.
Mine's had a hole in it, so I didn't want y'all to see that.
Y'all got on some shorts that go with this that I wouldn't even wear to the beach. So y'all definitely ain't gonna see these shorts.
You know what was funny?
I barely could see them.
I know it was some comedian that had me dying. He said, all the rappers, they got their little girls in the video. He said, let's do a video with all your women at home. And they house clothes. What's really real, what y'all really love.
Yeah,
let's see
what's really good. What's really good.
Exactly. All right, y'all.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for coming beyond the carpet with me, talking about this celebrity stuff with Will. And we'll do some more beyond the carpets, but this was good. Thank you, ladies. I'll see you guys next time.
Love you, Will and Jada.
Love you, Will, Jada, and Chris.
I love Chris too, but Will, Jada.
Chris alone. Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.